What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we continue on with T-Mobile Bianchi, and in the last one of course we had our first look at our transfers for next season, so make sure you go and check that one out if you missed it. I'll leave a link in the top right, but we did have a few little things to tidy up from that episode. Let's take a look at what we've done. So of course from the last episode we could see that we've signed Leonard Kemner, Giulio Ciccone, Pronsky, Brenner, and Patrick Gamper. So some pretty nice signings if you ask me. We had a few question marks over some of the riders that could potentially be leaving us at the end of the year. And our team only made up 18 riders, which to me, if we want to progress into World Tour next year, is nowhere near enough. You need at least probably 22, closer to 25 really, to compete in World Tour with all the World Tour races plus others. So I felt we needed to bolster the squads a little bit. Let's take a look at who we've signed. Antonio Taburi has been re-signed, which really is just fantastic news. I considered really letting him go in the last episode, but he has progressed now to a 73 overall. He's 20 years old, and I think a few of you suggested that I try and keep him on because he is probably one of, if not our most talented rider. He's progressed, I think, from around a 63 or a 64 average from the start. In fact, let's take a look right now on screen at how he looks at the start of this career. And look how he looks now. He has progressed so much, and long may that continue because we've re-signed the man. And looking at his results, he has really made an impression this year. Did well at the Dauphiné and the national champs as well. Delighted to have Taburi back on the team. Next up then, we have gone and signed Michael Scher from New Balance. He used to be CCC, a very well-rounded rider, and really this was with Marcus Burkhardt leaving the team in mind. Burkhardt really has been a mentor for many of the younger riders, and we really needed someone to fill that role because the rest of our team is so young, really trying to progress some talent within the team. And hopefully Michael Scher can really fill that role. So we follow that up with the signing of Johan Jacobs. I think it's Johan Jacobs rather than Johan Jacobs or Jacobs. Let me know in the comments how you say that. But anyhow, we needed to bolster our Cobbles team because we really only have Jonas Ruch. Let's take a look actually at our Cobbles team on screen right here. It's probably the weakest element of our squad. We have Jonas Ruch as the leader, maybe Moscon, Covey progressing as well, but Barso perhaps. But really, we needed someone else in this team, and I think Johan Jacobs can really fill that role really nicely. We sign him from Movistar. And looking at our final signing, we did go and get Hannes Decker from our development team. Really nice to bring up a rider from that development team and make the most of that talent and the money we've spent trying to develop that talent as well. Decker, not quite sure what he is for now. I think he's down as a baradeur, but to me, he could be a decent lead-out man or even a sprinter. So yeah, keen to get some young talent in the team, and no better way to do that than from our development team. And so there we go, guys. I think our squad is complete. We have 22 riders in the team, led by Kemner, Ciccone, Moscon, and probably Rick Zabel as well as our sprinter. Some of you have said Rick Zabel isn't up to being a lead sprinter. Have you guys seen this man's results? He beat Ackerman in the NCs. Zabel is our leader in the future. I really hope that can be the case. If needs be, we can try and sign a sprinter next season. But for now, Zabel is leading our sprint train. However, we have just a really nice team full of talent. 22 riders. I think it's pretty deep with some strong leaders, and hopefully I'm praying it's enough for World Tour. For now, we go to the team index and we are in the top 18, just about creeping in to the 19 World Tour teams, and this is going to be close. Can we do it? We'll see in a few episodes. However, back to racing, we have had the Vuelta of Burgos in the last one, where, of course, Aliotti shows his style, beating the likes of Lanza and Milan. But today we have Hamburg, which is our main objective of the season, our 4-star objective. We then head to London as well. Actually, on the same day, so we'll have to split our team. Then we go to the Deutschland Tour, which as always is again a massive objective for the team. So we have some big races in this one. And just looking at those objectives right here, they want us to get a top 5 in Hamburg, which could be possible. Hopefully Zabel can be the man. Then we go to Deutschland Tour, where they want us to get some stage wins. However, taking a look at our squad for Hamburg, we are of course led by Rick Zabel. We also have Stefan Bisker, Markus Burkhardt, Mario Schmidt, Jonas Rich, Gianni Moscon and Georg Zimmermann, but we are completely in for Rick Zabel. So we're just chilling in the peloton today looking after Rick Zabel, and up the road I have noticed that we have no other than Patrick Gamper, who of course we're signing next season. And if we take a quick look at the riders here, just full of world-class sprinters, Damar, Bennett, Groenewegen, all here. So this is going to be difficult. So we have just over 50k to go. We are now approaching these little climbs, and I think we can maybe try and make a difference here. I'm going to tempo hard on the front, put our guys right to the front as well, and try and create some splits. There we go then, second climb, and we have a group of just 20 riders now right at the front of this race. What is going on here? We've created absolute havoc right there by pacing over the top. Groenewegen is among those that have been dropped. So those climbs are complete, and with the likes of Christoph, Colbrelli, and just so many riders. I know Alaphilippe is caught behind there. He is Lampert too. Definitely worth just pacing on the front with Jonas Rich. 50 riders are now here, even though Groenewegen is now back. So we are now seeing attacks off the front, and Gianni Moscon is going to attempt to follow any moves that go right here. Nils Eckhoff is going right now. Can I again try to follow here? Let's just get in the wheel of GVA as Narsen trying to close that down. Jonas Rich can just try and keep Bissiger and Zabel in a good position, whilst Moscon is going to, like I said, just try and cover anything else off. Here we go then, 7k to go. No moves went off the front, even though EBH is looking like he wants to go again. I'm pretty confident we can now cover this with our sprint train, as Jonas Rich is now done for the day. Great rides by him. Here we go, those guys do sit up. We have 5k to go right now. Zabel can use his gel. Garcia, Cortina now coming to the front. We need to be careful with these moves, but also our energy too. There you go, they part ways just perfectly for us. Moscon up to 95. We have Bissiger here. Zabel waiting in the wings. These guys still attacking off the front with now 2.5k to go. Moscon putting our guys in the perfect position. Now we go with Bissiger into the final kilometre. Here goes Zabel going for the line in Hamburg. Damar is so quick though. Can we get that top 5? I think we will. Damar versus Bennett. Sam Bennett takes it, whilst Zabel sits in 3rd place on the podium. To be honest, I really think we maximised everything out of that race. Bennett and Damar are really a different level to Rick Zabel, but really just proud of Zabel with that result, to be fair. Podium and getting our biggest sponsor objective. We swing over to London then, where surprisingly in the UK there is nicer weather, would you believe it, than somewhere else in the world. But we have a pretty kind of poor team, B team you could call it, at this one, and Wildauer on a -3. Just brilliant stuff. Anyhow, let's take a quick look at the start list, and really it seems to me Ackermann is the only kind of A-lister sprinter here. The rest are kind of that B tier. Most of the big guys going to Hamburg. So coming to the final 50k, it's been pretty straightforward so far. We have a small breakaway up the road. Do I try something here? Probably not even worth it with Giga. Let's just sit in and wait for the final. So we are now into the final 18k, and I think I'm going to play this one slightly differently because we don't have a strong team at all. Pascal Ackermann is the strongest sprinter here. So Markus Wildauer is going to follow the big German, and that is literally it, because I'm not sure what else we can do. I may try and attack with Giga as we have this split. Are these guys going to come back on? Not quite sure how that has formed. Anyhow, let's put our guys to the front, and maybe we can try something. If not, Wildauer is going to stick to Ackermann's wheel and see what he can do. So this havoc is being caused by some pretty aggressive crosswinds. Kovi's going to try and tempo on the front. I think they're just going to come back in right now. Can I maybe try and make a difference here by putting some guys to the front with 8k to go? Giga could even be our leader today, depending how things go. I doubt that. However, Wildauer still on the wheel of Pascal Ackermann. We're going to try and tempo, try and force something off the front. Can Giga maybe try and attack right here? But you can see we're hardly getting away. That is clearly not going to be worth it. I think we're going to focus on this man right here. So we have 5k to go. Wildauer has been forced off Ackermann's wheels somewhat, so it's not quite ideal for us. Can we recover right here to the German's wheel? Bonifacio is here right now, but let's try and stay to Ackermann's wheel with now 3k to go. We're not in the best position with Marcus Wildauer. Let's try and stay here though. Can we try and do that? It's proving to be quite difficult. Into now the final 1.5k. Wildauer is going to have to go for the line. Can we get close to challenging? Not even close, and it's going to be Bonifacio taking this one today ahead of Pasqualon, with Wildauer only in the top 10. We just didn't have the squad for this one. Let's head to the Deutschland Tour. On to the biggest stage race of our season, the Deutschland Tour, and we have 4 interesting stages coming up with some hills and a flat one for the sprinters too. So let's take a look at our team. We are led by Rick Zabel and Gianni Moscon, but we have a host of Germans with Rutsch here alongside Zimmermann and Burkhardt. We also bring Barbato and Marcus Wildauer. So we actually get the news that Zabel is a little ill to start this race, but doesn't stop him having a +2 day. And if I remember back to last year, we had the same objective to win some stages at this race, and Zabel won, I think, the first stage. Can we maybe repeat that this year? And I do want to quickly look at the start list. We do have Richard Carapaz here, Velasov to Peacock, now a very good rider, and Delgado is that really talented Spanish new gen, really good puncher. So this should be a fun one with some very good riders here. What's great about this race is that it always coincides with La Vuelta, so really not as strong a start list as you would maybe expect. Just stopping by to admire Rick Zabel's jersey. What a wonderful sight. So now 9.5k to go. Jonas Rutsch trying to put our guys in the perfect position. I'm not quite sure who the best sprinters are. You can see Hulagaard is here. Gurgel is in that jersey, of course, though not a sprinter. But yeah, I think we should be one of, if not the main favourites for this stage, as we have a full a little further back. But now we can probably go to 95 with Jonas Rutsch. Energy gels can also be used. We now have 5k to go. Can we now push this to 99? Zabel is in the wheels. We have Hulagaard to our left, but Jonas Rutsch, what a ride by the big German. Now Covey up to 99 as well. 2.5k to go. We have EuroEyes on our right. This could be a pretty close finish right here. We're going to sprint right now with Barbato. Zabel still in the wheel, I think we've gone too early, have we? Zabel trying to come round, and we've gone too early. We've bottled it completely. A horrible sprint by me, and Pasqualon takes the win. What a shocker. Sprint Train Tutorial 101 today. An absolute shocker for Zabel in the German jersey. We need to make up for it. So I did make an attempt to get in the breakaway, and that was unsuccessful, and our only rider on a plus day is Rick Zabel, so maybe we could even ride for Rick in this very difficult final. We are now rapidly approaching the main section of climbing, and not too much has happened so far with those 5 riders up the roads. So beautiful setting here in Germany, and Zabel with 50k to go is still looking pretty good. I wasn't joking when I said we're going to try and get him to the end in the front. For now then, still going pretty well. The breakaway have been caught, and we're rapidly seeing riders go out the back, and Zabel slowly is using energy, but this is the highest point on the stage, so hopefully we can now recover a little bit. 15k to go. This is looking better and better for Zabel. We have one more difficulty to get over, and then we're in for a potential sprint. 9k to go then, and this is a pretty easy tempo, but as soon as I say that, look at that. Literally, as I say it, we have a massive increase in the rhythm. Zabel needs to probably go to 92, 95 even, just to stay somewhat to the front. So does Rutsch, to be fair, but Zabel is going to do it right now. We're going to crest this climb, put him on the wheel of Rutsch and Moscon. Zimmermann has done a brilliant job. He is now done though, and with 6k to go, we just need to try and keep these attacks from going to the line as Gurgle attacks off the front, and then we have a great chance at stage victory right here. Roach can probably go 95 as Connor Swift for Ribble is going off the front, and we're down to under 60 riders in this group, showing just how good Zabel has done today. We now come to the front with 2k to go. Moscon can try and come through. We're going to sprint. Make sure we don't go too early today. And Rick Zabel looking brilliant to take the stage win, I must say, because we have a big fall behind. But up the road, Rick Zabel is going to take the stage win, and we get our sponsor objective. But further behind, if we take a look, that big fall has probably cost the likes of Pidcock, the GC, same with Sanchez, Malecki, Freile as well. Some big favourites have gone down. Rick Zabel more than makes up for that howler on stage 1 with a 1-2 today. Do we go into the lead of the race? No, we do not, but looking pretty good with that sponsor objective in the bag. We can now try and be creative and go for the race win. So the breakaway have now formed today. I must say the scenery at this race is just fantastic. Props to the stage makers for sure, as we have a pretty big breakaway, but looking at our team, Zabel is on a big minus day, deserves a day off after his tough day yesterday, and Moscon on a +2 day. I think we have to try and win the race in this one. Okay, so we have just had our first incident, and Alessandro Covi goes down all by himself. That's not ideal. He will continue on, and that was at the moment. I am about to lay the pressure on our opposition and really try and up the tempo now in this race. I think Zimmerman can try and protect Moscon. Zabel can probably just get dropped. Doesn't really matter today. And this is really where we need to make it a difficult race. So a shame we have now lost Covi. 28k to go then. Jonas Ruch and Zimmerman are going to come right to the front and lay the hammer down. Let's put these guys to 95 even, whilst Moscon still just sat in the wheels. Let's make this super difficult. I think we're going to try an attack with Gianni pretty soon. So we're making it very difficult now. We have an attack by Yempi Drucker Babato going up to 99. And this is a good moment, I believe, for Gianni Moscon to try something over the top. Vlasov trying to follow as well. And Babato actually is able to stay here right now. What a rise by him. Can he try and get in Moscon's wheel? Just stay in this group. That would be so helpful. But it seems all of these guys, again, are going to get back on. And so 27 riders are at the front. We want to try and keep it that way if we can. So can Babato try and tempo? But he does seem to now be done for the day. 39 riders are here. Can he swap to now protecting Gianni Moscon onto the final climb today? We'll go up to 88, try and make it a grueling climb. Luke Rowe is in our wheel. He surely can't follow Gianni Moscon. Let's try and kick away from him. Omar Freile can follow for now though. Let's try and just tempo at 90. Like I say, just make it as difficult as we can as Omar Freile on the attack again. Let's continue pressing over the top. We have 26 riders here. Can we make it even fewer right now? We're going to try. 13 riders are here, trying to follow Gianni Moscon. Goncalves and Luke Rowe are trying to hold on, and they just about can for now, as now we have attacks by Pasqualon and Carapaz, with Moscon trying to set that hard tempo, and we cannot follow that, and this could be a bit of a disaster. We could have given the win to Richie Carapaz, but Moscon is now in the wheel of Omar Freile. We have Pidcock, Van Hooker as well right here, with now 2k to go. And Moscon, we're going to lead things out, are we? From the front, apparently that is going to be the way right here. 1.4k to go. Moscon going to sprint for the line. Maybe gone a little early. Can we take the stage win? We're not going to today. I think it's going to be Pidcock. If not, Andrea Pasqualon takes the win as a group of around 20 riders finish together. Not quite the day we were looking for, as Pasqualon looking absolutely dominant at this one, but Moscon now into second overall. We need to drop Pasqualon though if we want any chance of winning this race. Not quite the day we were looking for, but Moscon I think does move to second place overall. But we need to drop this man right here if we want any chance of winning this race. We finished today then into Stuttgart, and really one for the sprinters, I imagine, on paper, with a few hills to the line. Looking at this map then, it seems the finish in Stuttgart is very technical, so Maybe we can try and go a little earlier in the sprints as Zabel, a +3 day we have to try and ride for him. Into the final 17k then, we're making this a hard race with just 2 riders still remaining up the road. I think we have to try and attack with Moscon for the race win, but if not, of course, we will settle for a mass sprint with this man. Burkhardt and Barbato are now done for the race then. They have had just a brilliant race, it must be said. I think Ruch can take position whilst Zimmerman is going to try and bury himself right now for Gianni Moscon. Ruch needs to make sure we're staying to the front though, so let's put him 84. Zimmerman doing just a brilliant job, and this is the moment right here as we come into the foot of this climb where Gianni Moscon attacks, looking for the race win right now. We have Drucker, Goncalves and Delgado in our wheel. There goes Pasqualon, trying of course to catch Gianni Moscon. Can he do it though? And oh my, these guys have gone for the stage win, and is this a good move for us? As Pasqualon has now caught us, we need to sit up. We need to try and catch those guys with Rick Zabel, because Moscon isn't going to take this in a sprint, and luckily these guys do sit up. So Pasqualon will win the race, I believe. We can use our gels as Ruch can probably sprint at this point with 2k to go. And now Covey 1.5, Rick Zabel going for the line right now. Have we gone a little late with Rick Zabel versus Pasqualon? It's very close right here. Who's going to take it on the line? Rick Zabel picks up his 2nd stage win of the race. That was a really fun race where we probably could have done a little better, but 2 stage wins, passing the sponsor objective with flying colours, and of course a 2nd place spot overall in the GC. I think we would have taken that at the beginning of the race. Looking at the calendar then, we do have the Bink Bank Tour coming up next, but we're not certain to be going there. We've requested a wildcard. If not, we may do the Tour of Luxembourg, which is an objective, and the World Champs perhaps, or even we may skip to the final races, Paris Tour, for example, and the Münsterland Giro too. So we really only have 1 to 2 episodes left of season 2 before hopefully heading to the World Tour in season 3. And looking quickly at the results here, we do now move to 2nd place in the prestige standings in the team rankings. This is just a great 2nd season for us. Anyhow guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode of T-Mobile Bianchi. Smash that like button if you did, and hit subscribe if you're new. Taking a look at the analytics, we have about 56% of you that are watching this not subscribed. What are you guys doing? Come on, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.